Hello, and welcome to more King's Quest. King's Quest 3, To Err is Human. When this game released originally in 1986, it was met with some confusion, mostly because it featured a brand new protagonist that seemed to have no connection to Graham and Daventry. It's a boy named Gwydion, and enslaved by this wizard, this evil wizard Manannan. And people didn't really know what was going on because the connection to Daventry and to King Graham only gets revealed further into the game. There is a connection, and we'll get to that. But it's only revealed much later, so there was a lot of confusion when it was originally released. In the days before everything gets spoiled on the internet, which is interesting. Some backstory here. Gwydion is 17 years old, and for as long as he can remember, he's lived with this dark wizard as his slave, basically. And he doesn't remember anything about anything else. The thing about Manannan, and this is all in the manual, the backstory is that Manannan, as an old wizard, he needs slaves to upkeep his house and all sorts of things. One thing that is noted in the backstory is that he could conjure spirits to do his housework and all this stuff, but he dislikes doing so because these spirits are often mischievous, and he doesn't like having spirits, so he kidnaps. The first boy he kidnapped way back when. I don't know how many cycles there were of this, but when that boy turned 17 or 18, Manannan found him messing about with things he shouldn't have, like magic stuff. I think he had discovered his magic secrets, his magic laboratory, and so Manannan killed that first boy, and so had to find a new one. And so the cycle went on the boy's 18th birthdays. Every boy he would just kill outright because he didn't want to deal with the boys finding out the Manannan's magical secrets. Until we get to Gwydion. And this is where we start our adventure. King's Quest 3. All right, everybody. I'm going to be playing this one a little bit differently from the first two. It's going to be a longer series, a longer set of videos. It's not going to just be one video, I don't think. This game is a lot bigger than the other two, and there is a lot to do. And I also kind of want to play this without consulting too much of a linear guide. I want to be a little bit more exploratory because I want to re-experience this game. Like, I played it many, many years ago, but I kind of want to go through all of those things again. This game has a timer, a real-life clock you can see up there in the top. And this is important because, especially in the first part of the game and a little bit in the middle, the timer, the clock is going to be very important. Let's just take a look around first. This is the main entry room of the wizard's house. The front door is to the south. Creaky stairs go upstairs, and doorways lead north and east. I need to wait a little bit on this screen because I believe the wizard is going to show up, and he's going to give me a task to do, and I need to quickly do that task. He's not showing up. Oh well. Then let's go to the dining room, and we'll see. Maybe he'll show up there. Ah, look. This is where Manannan eats his meals. You, of course, are not supposed to eat here. You eat in the kitchen. There's a pine table and benches large enough to seat at least 10 people, but the wizard has never had any guests for dinner. Look, table. The large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people. There's a little metal cup on the table. I'm going to do an immediate save here. I'll just call it house to start, because I can get the cup. You pick up the little tin cup and carry it with you. So what I want to see, we'll do tab. Okay. So inventory items will sometimes be marked with a little asterisk. If the wizard, if Mananan catches me with any item with an asterisk next to it, I immediately get killed because those are items that could be used in magic spells. And Mananan doesn't want that to happen. This is the kitchen of the wizard's house. Other than your own bedchamber, this is the only place in the house that you feel you can call your own. The wizard rarely enters the kitchen. On cold days, the fireplace is a cozy place to sit. Now, it looks like we've got some stuff we can pick up here. Look, table. You use the heavy oak table when you prepare food for the wizard. Right now, there's a loaf of bread, some fruit, and a mutton chop on the table. Get bread. You take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. Get fruit. Take the fruit and carry it with you. Get, what was it? Let's say mutton. Take the mutton chop. All of that is safe. Well done. Oh, look at this. We also have a cat. That detestable pet of Mananan's is a constant annoyance. Yeah, that cat may kill me later on, so we're going to steer clear of it even now. I am going to eventually need to get something from the cat, but I don't want to because that is a forbidden item as well. Look, wall. There's an iron rack hanging on the wall by the fireplace. Your trusty knife is hanging on the rack. Your wooden serving spoon is hanging on the rack. Get knife. You're too far away. Okay. You take the carving knife from the iron rack and keep it with you. Get spoon. You take the wooden spoon from the iron rack and keep it with you. All those items are safe. Look, shelf. The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and kitchen implements for cooking. One useful item that catches your eye is the clay bowl you use for all your mixing. Get bowl. You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. Still, everything is safe. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to get here. Can I get the broom? Get broom. I got the broom, and I'm brooming. I think one of the tasks that the wizard can give Gwydion is to clean the kitchen, clean the dining room. So this is something that you need to do if he gives you that task. He hasn't, so I'm preemptively doing a good job. Very good. Whoops. Trying to use WASD. Anything in the bucket? Look, bucket. It's just your old oaken bucket. I don't think I can bring the bucket with me. It's of no use. Okay. I'm surprised Mananan hasn't given me a task yet. Now, I did say that he rarely goes into the kitchen, so maybe that's why. Look, shelf. Doesn't look interesting. Look, moose. You scrutinize the moose head very carefully, but you see it is nothing but an old head. You do feel sorry for the poor thing, though. Oh, the cat is here again. I suppose I shall go upstairs. Let's take a look at the painting. Look, painting. What's a painting? It's, look, picture? Doesn't look interesting. Fine. Can probably speed things up, actually. Change. F10. Oh, I'll put it to fast. Fast should be good enough. Fastest will cause us to die pretty easily. Look. This hallway is on the second level of the old wizard's house. There are two stairways here. One goes up and the other leads down. An open doorway is to the north. That's Mananan's bedroom. Probably don't want to go in there just yet. You've always admired this lovely tapestry. It adds one of the few bright spots to this dreary house. I do believe that there is an Easter egg here. I always admired this tapestry. Look behind tapestry. There we go. You lift the bottom of the tapestry and peer behind it. The wall is filled with cracks. You can see why Mananan would hang a tapestry here. There are also dozens of charcoal scribble drawings, diagrams, maps, and notes to programmers with the legend King's Quest IV. But you're uninterested in this since you presently have your hands full with King's Quest III. You lower the tapestry and smooth out the wrinkles. Love it. All right, so this is my room. This is your own pitiful bedchamber. Compared to Manannan's fine room, yours is almost a cell. The bed is hard and uncomfortable with only a threadbare blanket as a small flat pillow. The other furnishings are junk, but as poor as it is, it's your own haven, as the wizard never enters it. Oh. Look mirror. You look into the cracked mirror hanging on the wall. Your reflection shows a tall, handsome lad dressed in dirty rags. Open drawer. You have nothing of any interest in your dresser drawer. Okay. Look bed. The bed is nothing more than a cot. Hot, hard, and cold. It is difficult to sleep on. Your pillow is small, flat, and made of old rags. Depressing. Eventually, I'm going to have to put stuff under the bed. You lean down and poke your head under the bed. You see nothing but cobwebs and dust. Yeah, so nothing is there right now, and I don't have anything that needs to be hidden either. Those asterisk items I need to hide, basically. I can't go into Manannan's room yet. Oop! Gideon, I have decided to take a journey. Okay, so this is important. Check the time. 5:27. Whenever Manannan goes out on a journey, he is gone for exactly 25 minutes. I think it's 25. Is it 20 or 25? I'm not sure. Okay, but let's just, well, maybe to be on the safe side, let's assume 20, and we'll see. But I do think it's 25. Anyway, we'll do a save game. House Manannan left. Okay, so now is our chance to collect a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, the cat is here. Look. You have entered the musty tower of the old wizard's house. A polished brass telescope is directed out a window. From here, Manannan spies upon the poor occupants of Ludor. This land is called Ludor. BT dubs. Now, what's on the ground here? See nothing on the dusty floor but a dead fly. Get fly. You pick up the dead fly and drop it into your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry on a dead fly, you think. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. I don't want to carry a fly. I'll pluck its wings off. Now, look at this. Fly wings have an asterisk next to it. The fly wings are remarkably beautiful for having come from such a disagreeable insect. So, that tells us that the fly wings are going to be magically important. Speaking of magically important, I'm going to get cat. You're too far away. Oh, okay. Get cat. Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. Now that you have it, what are you going to do with it? Get fur. Oh, dear. You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds. Stupid cat, you scoff. Whether you know it or not, you just helped me. It's a bit odd, because technically Gwydion doesn't know anything about the spells and what he needs to do certain things, but this is written as if he does. I mean, who knows? Maybe he already has found some secrets and some magic spell recipes, and we're just kind of joining in. I mean, that could be a thing. The detestable cat leaps from your arms, snarling and screeching. So, if we go here, cat hair. You hold a small ball of black cat fur in your hand. Now, I need to be careful here. Can I look out the telescope? Look out telescope. See nothing special. Just look telescope. Manannan has the brass telescope pointing out a window. It is well polished. He uses the telescope to keep tabs on the citizenry of Ludor. I don't think I can actually get it, can I? The big brass telescope is much too heavy for you to carry. Fine. All right, let's go back downstairs, and we'll check in on Manannan's room. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. You look at Manannan's elegant bedchamber. You see fine furnishings, from a regal bed to a beautifully carved closet. You can't help but compare this handsome room to your own meager cubicle. Yes. One of the tasks that you can do is empty the chamber pot, which is gross. But hey, it is the medieval time, so it had to be done. Wrinkling your nose in disgust, you throw the smelly contents of the chamber pot out the open window. What a way to make a living. Look at that. We got a mirror. We got a true mirror effect. This game had ray tracing. Look dresser. The small drawer in front of the mahogany vanity. Open drawer. In the vanity drawer, there are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. You grab it, then close the drawer. Is the mirror also bad? The mirror is also bad to have. I think the mirror is more indicative that you went into his room and took something rather than something to use with a spell, although I'm not sure. Look bed. Heavy velvet curtains drape the regal mahogany bed. Tyler couldn't stay here. Tyler's got like a sort of texture aversion to velvet. Look under bed. Dropping to your hands and knees, you peer under the bed. There is absolutely nothing there. Okay. What about over here? Is this like the flag of Ludor? Blue, red, magenta? Because it's the same sort of design downstairs. Open drawer. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly, your eye falls on something that does. A vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. Seems important. Also going to be flagged. Yep, rose essence. Let's take a look in the closet. Look closet. The closet is fashioned. Okay, look in closet, please. You see voluminous velvet robes, satin slippers, peaked hats, and soft linen gowns. Let's see. I do think there's something here. Move clothes. You're startled to discover an ancient parchment scroll. Its ink is faded, but it seems to be a map. Taking this treasure, you leave everything else exactly as it was. The map is incredibly important. It is a magic map. The magic map's ink has faded away. So far, it isn't much help. This game introduced a fast travel mechanic, so as you travel through the world, this map is going to fill and you can quickly move from screen to screen. Unfortunately, it doesn't bring you back to the house immediately, and we're going to go outside as a point. Oh, okay. Press F8 to put map away. Oh, gotcha. And so it shall be. Good. Okay, I think that's all there. Now, I've been spending a lot of time out here, which I guess is fine. Yeah, maybe we'll spend... maybe we should go out. So if it's 25 minutes that Manannan is gone for, he's going to be out still 22 minutes. So should we go? Let me do a pause here. Let's just pause the action while I think about what the best idea is. It might be a better idea to go out into the world, out into Ludor, instead of spending too much time just still in the house. Because Manannan will be back, he'll tell me to do something, and then he'll leave again. And that's when I can finish up what I need to do in the house. If I get everything that I need from the outside. Yeah. That seems like a good idea. The thing is, I wonder... Okay, well, since I'm not following necessarily a walkthrough, let's just do an explore. Let's just go outside and we'll see. We'll see. We're all on the same journey. The lone mountain rises from the forests of Ludor to this cloud-encircled peak. Here is the somber house of Manannan, where you and he reside. We do have some chickens. Let's feed the chickens. Feed chicken. Yay. All right. I think we're overfeeding them maybe. Gwydion, do you want to chill? Okay, good. Open gate? Yes. Because what I want to do is get a chicken. Gotcha! You managed to catch a chicken. But what are you going to do with it? Get feather. Tuck in the chicken firmly under one arm. You gently pluck a small feather. Then let it go. You can guess that the chicken feather is going to be a magic item. Open door. Whoops. Open gate. Dum 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 dum. Okay. Let's do a save now. So, outside. Let's see. We'll say 20 minutes to tell us that there's 20 minutes left. Thereabouts. Now, this is going to be tricky, so I'm going to... Not slow. That'll be too much. Normal speed. Here we go with Sierra's obsession with windy paths. Windy, treacherous paths. The winding path spirals steeply down the mountainside. It leads from the wizard's house at the top to the forests of Ludor below. And it is incredibly fiddly. Whew. And there we go. Made it to the bottom. Well, not yet, actually. Actually, here, I think I could just, like, kind of tumble down. I'll do a save. Let's do a save. I'll save it here. And I'll just call it Exploring Outside. Whee! Oh, no, that is death. Oh, that is death. Thanks for playing King's Quest 3. Next time, be more careful. Oops. And that's why, friends, viewers, always be saving. Always save your game before you do anything stupid. Like that. I'm going to assume that that is also going to crash down into the hole. There we go. Okay. Now we're ready to get back to fast mode and save exploring outside. Okay, here we go. Actually, let me look at map first. So you can see the magic map's faded ink, blah, 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 blah. So we have our first square filled in. So that's fun. Right. So let's go here, take a look. The many beautiful trees bring a sense of peace to this forest. Oh. This is the comfortable home of the 3 bears. A well-tended flower garden grows out front. Amazing. Look, flowers. There are lovely flowers growing in this well-tended garden. Their sweet scent and beautiful colors delight you. Okay. Look, garden? Thought I could do more than that. Look, house. This is the comfortable home of the 3 bears. Oh, well, okay, fine. Knock door. You rap lightly on the door of the charming house. No reply. You knock again, louder. Again, there is no response. Perhaps no one is home? Open door. You are in the charming home of the 3 bears. Mama Bear certainly does keep her house nice and cozy. So what I want here... Look, table. The large wooden table is clean and polished. There are 3 bowls of porridge on the table. You are surprised that bears eat porridge. You always thought they ate honey and berries. Look, porridge. Yeah, okay, fine. What I want is some porridge. This bowl of porridge is just right, so you take it with you. Papa Bear's would have been too hot, and Mama Bear's would have been too cold. I think that's the way it goes. But Baby Bear's is just right. The porridge is actually normal. Okay. The warm porridge is in a pretty blue ceramic bowl. Its aroma wafts up to and tantalizes your nose. I could eat the porridge, but that would lead to an unwinnable game. So let's not do that. Let's go upstairs. You are in the bear family's cozy bedroom. You see 3 beds and a chest of drawers. Oh, let's just check the drawers, shall we? Open drawers. You open the drawer, and among the clothes, you see a pretty silver thimble. You pick up everything you can, unless it's nailed down, and if it's nailed down, try to find a hammer or crowbar. That's the that's the official. What's a drawer? What's close drawers? There we go. Leave everything where they are. Look beds. This bed looks just the right size for you. I kind of feel like if I get into bed and sleep, I'll be found out. So let's not do that. Look beds. This is a big old bed. It must be Papa Bear's. Oh. I want to look at Mama's bed. This looks like a nice soft bed. Maybe it's Mama Bear's. Yeah, maybe. Look rug. It's just as it appears. Nothing interesting. Very good. We carry on. Now, I think... Look flowers. Is there a... Here we go. You carefully peek into the pretty flowers of the flower garden. Drops of glistening dew have gathered within their soft petals. Here we go. Get dew. Holding the silver thimble beneath a dew-filled flower, you gently tip the flower so its dew runs into the thimble. You move from flower to flower, repeating the process until your thimble is brimming with dew. And you better believe that the thimble and dew is a bad item. Well, it's a good item for us, but Mananan will be incredibly cross if he finds us with it. The many beautiful trees bring a sense of peace to this forest. You see an impassable mountain to the south. So Ludor does wrap around. We talked about I'm just going to pause so we don't lose time. So remember in the first game how Daventry wrapped around east and west and north to south, and then Colima wrapped around north to south, but not east to west. Ludor is the same way, where it does wrap around north to south, but in this case, this particular screen ends in a mountain because it's the mountain where Mananan's house is. So if we look at the map, so you see, the wraparound is that mountain, which is kind of funny. It does not wrap around east to west. To the west, I believe. To the west is a desert, which we will see. Oops. And to the east is ocean, I think. The soft, loamy soil of the forest here gives way to the sands of the great desert, stretching off to the west. An eagle. Look, bird. You see a majestic eagle, and he's going to drop... Oh. I thought he was going to drop a feather. He needed to drop a feather. Oh, well, maybe we'll see him again soon. The soft, loamy soil of the forest here gives way to the sands of the great desert, stretching off to the west. Look. Oh, shit. After recovering from a whack on the head at the hands of the bandits, you stand unsteadily. Taking stock of your holdings, you discover that all of your possessions have been stolen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, a slight pause while I figure out if it's something that I can take back or if I'm in an unwinnable position. I'll be right back. And resume. Okay, it is possible to get my stuff back, so that's important. Oh boy, okay. I've got 15 minutes left, about. Look, cactus is what I actually wanted to wear. Okay, fine. Okay, I should be concentrating on finding my stuff, I think. Oh, actually, this is the scream. Yes. The beautiful trees of the forest to the east grow sparse, and as they reach the edge of the great desert to the west. You do notice one particularly large oak tree. What a fine oak, you think. Okay. Look around. There's nothing of interest here, just some acorns scattered around this old oak tree. Well, what if I want an acorn? What about that, game? You pick and poke among the fallen acorns looking for dried ones. You don't find any. These are all newly fallen. Oh. Okay. So do I have to find... Here we go. You pick and poke among the... looking for... You eventually find 3 dried acorns and take them with you. Are they bad? Yes, they are. I'm going to do a save, but here. Bandit hideout. Roughly 14 minutes left. Look tree. You look up into the towering oak tree. You can only see large spreading branches and thick leaves. Looking down, you see a small hole between the tree's large roots. Look in a hole. Drip. You lie down on the ground and look into the small hole. It is too dark inside to see anything. Shall we reach into the hole? It's always a good idea, isn't it? You lie down. You feel around inside the hollow tree and discover a rope stretching up into the tree. You pull it, and to your amazement, a rope ladder falls from the branches above. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, now we need to be very careful here. I'm going to do a save again. Bandit hideout. Because we don't want the bandits to see me. Look. You are standing outside a shack that has been built in the branches of the spreading oak tree. A rope ladder leads down toward the ground. Okay, I want to be very careful here. Oh dear. Okay, let's go to normal speed. Look in hideout. There seems to be somebody moving around inside the treehouse. Okay. Oh no! Is that going to be death? Oh, it is definitely death. Okay, so probably then what I have to do is do this, look in hideout. Seems to be somebody moving. If I go back and forth, you can see very little of the interior from out here, but there seems to be a figure sleeping in a chair. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's go back to normal speed. Careful. You have entered the bandits' hideout. One of them is sleeping at a small table. Look. The hideout is made of rough planks, sparsely furnished with a table, a chair, and a small wooden bin in the corner. Look, bandit. The scoundrel is fast asleep at the table. He is dressed in dirty, ragged clothes and emits a very unpleasant odor. Look, table. There's a leather coin purse lying on top of a wobbly table. Perfect. Let's go get the purse. You carefully lift the coin purse off the table, practically out from under the sleeping bandit's nose. Excellent. Open bin. You slowly lift the lid and hope the squeaky hinges do not wake the bandit. Look in bin. This must be where the bandits store their loot. You see all your stolen possessions inside the bin. Get things. Okay. Oh, I got all my stuff back. Okay, good. Let's just cheese it out right on out of here. Ooh, close. Dum da dum da dum. So I did need to get up there anyway to get the coin purse. But this way, I'll have saved all my stuff. Okay, so let's save again. Exploring outside. Actually, let's make a new save. Outside, 12 minutes left. Okay. Look. The soft, loamy soil of the forest here gives way to the sands of the great desert stretching off to the west. Okay. Oops. I looked away for a minute and I ran into a tree. So let's keep going. I think I'll have done all this. Yes, okay. So I'm going to go off into the desert now. Oh, eagle. Drop feather. Feather, please. Feather. No. No feather. All right, let's go into the desert then. Look. The parched sands of the desert seem to reach forever westward. Oh, it's Medusa. Your eye. Oh no! Your eyes fall upon a face so hideous, so gruesome that the horror of it is beyond description. People who look upon the face of Medusa, with her hair of writhing live snakes, turn instantly to stone. Suddenly your body feels cold and stiffens hard as a rock. Freezing. You make a nice statue, Gwydion. Oh dear. Really does not give you any chance to... oh, I can actually get back to fastest moving speed. Yeah, you don't get any chance to do anything about it, do you? No! Okay, okay, okay. Now, let's go slow, please. Show mirror to Medusa. You're too far away for her to see it. Okay, so I have to wait till she gets close. Ha ha ha! Averting your eyes, you aim the wizard's hand mirror at Medusa's face. A scream pierces the air as she beholds her own hideous reflection. Then nothing. You dare to look. Medusa has turned herself to stone. Perfect. Let's go back to fast speed. Look, Medusa. Even as a statue, Medusa is indescribably ugly. Come on now. Rude. There is a reading of the whole Medusa myth, a very like misogynist, angle to it, which is more than likely the root of it. Do we have some flowers here? Look, flowers. The flora in this hot, dry desert is scant. The only plants that grow are cactus, thorny shrubs, and an occasional stunted tree. Well, there's some things that we need from here. We got some lizards. Look, lizards. They're just lizards. Look. You notice an unusual little cactus beside that large rock. This one? Or this one? Oh no, this tiny one. Look at that. Get cactus. Okay. Let's continue on. I believe there was one other thing that we needed. Desert, desert, desert. Off to the west. It was up on, I think, this next screen where we first got Medusa'd. There it is. Look ground. The parched sands of the desert. Yeah, snakeskin. We're going to need that. Get snakeskin. You retrieve the dried snakeskin from the hot desert sand. It is delicate and could easily crumble. Lovely. I'm going to just take a look at the map. Yeah, so we've done all of that. So what I want to do, just to save a bit of time, is let's go to this square. And so it shall be! So let's carry on to this. Here we go. You have entered a quaint seaside town. Smoke curls lazily from the houses and shops overlooking the ocean. A pier stretches out into the bay. Near the pier, you notice a store and a tavern. Oh, lovely. Let's take a look in the store, shall we? I'm going to do a save. Town 10 minutes. Open door. Hello. Good day to you, young man, greets the storekeeper. What can I do for you? Talk man. The storekeeper asks, now what can I do for you? Okay, well, let's look at the shelves. What can we get? The shelves are filled with all sorts of useful items. There are a few items of particular interest to you. Leather pouches, salt, fish oil, and lard. Buy pouch. With a smile, the storekeeper says, I guarantee you'll be happy with this pouch, young sir. That will be 1 gold coin. What else can I get for you? How much money do I have in that purse? Purse and gold coins. Usually some shiny gold. You may want to count them. Count coins. You have 7 gold coins. Okay, cool. Buy salt. Smiling, the storekeeper says, you'll be very happy with this salt. Only 1 gold coin. Buy fish oil. You have purchased the finest fish oil in the land. That'll be 1 gold coin. What else can I get you? What else was there? There was lard. Buy lard. A fine choice indeed. That'll be 1 gold coin. What else can I get for you? So I think that's all. But look at Doggo. The dog lying on the floor is obviously a mutt. So what? Still fine. The name Kenny is embossed on his leather collar. Pet Kenny. Whoop! Oh, what did he say? What did he say? Nuts. All right, well, it's too late to know what he said. You need to be closer. Oh, get closer to the puppy. As you pet him, Kenny licks your hand and thumps his tail in appreciation. A small wad of dog fur collects in your hand, and you tuck it into your pocket for later use. Excellent. I'm going to pet the dog again. Yay. Let's take a look in the stove, maybe? The wood stove is hard at work, heating the little store. It is chilly here, so close to the ocean. Look in stove? I don't think there's anything in there. How can you do that? I don't know. You're the game. Look barrels? You see nothing special. Okay. I think that's all I can do here in the store. But we'll definitely come back if that's not the case. Let's take a look in the tavern. Oh, the bandits are here. One of the surly-looking characters yells to the barmaid, Wench, come over here with more ale. Dearie me. Bottles of rum and wine sit atop shelves behind the bar. 2 surly-looking characters are drinking at the table. Ale at the table. Looking closer, you see that they are the bandits from the forest. Look, a woman. The buxom barmaid has an air of hardened determination. You get the feeling that she doesn't take any guff from anybody. Talk, barmaid. Keep your shirts on, you ornery buzzards, the barmaid yells. I'll be there quick enough. Without taking her eyes off the 2 men, she says, I'll be happy to take your order, but be quick about it, because those 2 are keeping me hopping. Can I order something? Order ale? The barmaid hands you a glass, and the potent liquid burns as it slides down your parched throat. It hits bottom, and you suddenly feel a bit woozy. Oh, I probably need to pay, right? What's a pay? Buy drink? Hands a glass, but yeah. Have I lost coins? Count coins. We have 2 gold coins. Yes. I think I have bought some coins. Oh, bought some coins. Oh no, I'm drunk. Whee! Oh dear. Okay. Things are fine. Things are fine. I'm going to take a little pause and find out if I've also ended up making the game unwinnable because now I have fewer coins than I have. I'll be right back. And we're back. There is something that I need gold for, but I think it's okay. I think as long as I have some gold, we're good. Okay, we need to get back to the house. So look map. Yeah, so I can't teleport directly to the house. I always get here. If I'm not mistaken, one of the remakes of the game actually has the map bring you back up to the top. So I'm going to need to do normal speed as a quality of life addition, which is pretty good. 4 minutes. Can I get up to the top in 4 minutes? God, I hope so. Let's do a save. Back to house. 4 minutes. Because I need to get back to the house and get to my room and throw everything under the bed. Because if he catches me with anything, I'm done for. Oh God, where am I? Where am I? Oh, there I am. Okay, good. Careful. Oh boy. Oh boy. Careful. Okay, good, good, good. Door. Here's the damn cat. Oh, I can actually speed myself up a bit. Thankfully, the speed of the game doesn't affect the speed of the clock, which is nice. Okay. Dum 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 dum. Put stuff under bed. You get on your hands and knees and quickly shove all your possessions under the bed. They will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes here. Perfect. I got nothing. Got nothing. Okay, so at the moment, it only remains to wait for the wizard to get back and then do whatever chore he sets me to do, and then wait for him to leave again or go to sleep, and then I can do more stuff and possibly maybe engineer a way out of his slavery. So we'll probably end right there for now. Like I said, we're going to do this game in a series of episodes because the game is much longer than its 2 predecessors, combined probably. So join me next time in the next episode for the continuing adventures of Gwydion of Ludor. And maybe we'll find out what the connection is to King Graham of Daventry in King's Quest III to HEIR is Human. There's a bit of a hint in the title. All right, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.